morning and welcome to today's class. Today we have to discuss refraction through prism. Of course, this is ray optics lecture 7. This is the series of lectures regarding ray optics. We have already undergone the refraction through spherical surfaces, refraction through lenses, through thin lenses taken in contact, etc. etc. Now today we have not to take any other such type of spherical surface, but we take prism. What is a prism? First we know what is a prism. Prism is it is a refracting medium, a refracting medium which is which has in fact five faces, which have five faces, two triangular and three rectangular. It is a refracting medium which has five faces, in which two are triangular and three are rectangular. Okay, and by means of this prism, we may have different type of activities, different type of things like dispersion of light or splitting of white light into colors, colored light, etc. Okay, let us show that what is a prism, how it looks like. It is just like this. You can see it is a prism which has three faces, rectangular faces, and two triangular base or two triangular faces like this. When we solve any mathematical thing, we always take this triangular form because triangles are always placed as our base. The top and base are always triangular, and these three rectangular faces are to see the object, to see the position of object. There may be some an experimental thing also in that in our syllabus. Okay, now it looks like this much. You can see this is the nature of the prism, how we actually express the prism. One, two, and three. Three rectangular faces and two triangular faces like this. Triangles are always kept as our base. In fact, top and base they are always taken as triangle. Okay. Now we have seen what is prism. Now we have to take the refraction through the prism, the main topic today. For that, we take this triangular form diagram ABC. This is incident ray XP. This is refracted ray, and this is emergent ray. Here, incident ray and refracted ray are not parallel. Remember, this is a very important thing to be noted. In case, unlike that we have in case of glass slab, here we will not have incident ray and emergent ray parallel, but they are at different angles. If I produce this line, incident line, like this, and we produce the emergent light back, then angle between incident and emergent ray is angle of deviation, delta. And if I draw a normal at the point of incidence and also at the point of emergence, they will like this. And here this point is Q and this is your Y. And naturally we can consider this N, P, O, and this is your N dash Q, O. This is all the nomenclature which we can do, And now this is the incident ray, xp is the incident ray, and this is the normal, npo is normal. This is normal. This is your incident ray, and this is your emergent ray. And this one is your refracted ray. In the medium, and this is refractive index is just n. We are considering refractive index of this denser medium is just n, like this, and this is our angle of incidence. Because angle between normal and incident ray is angle of incidence I, and this is refracted ray and normal. This is angle R. We may write it as I1 and R1, and refracted in the same medium it is R2, and this is your angular emergence is your this one, it is I1, I2. तो मैं फिर से एक बार बता देता हूँ, ये इंसिडेंट रे है, XP is the incident ray, and NPO is the normal at point P. For closer look, I must just make the camera closer. I think now it is very easily here. This is XP is the incident ray, NPO is the normal, and this is angle of incidence I1. Okay. Now in the second medium, this is the refracted ray. PQ is the refracted ray. We have already mentioned over here. And refracted ray makes an angle R1 with the normal at the point of incidence. What happened to point of emergence? This is end. This is end dash. This is end dash. End dash QO. End dash QO is the normal. Therefore, refracted ray PQ makes an angle R2 with this. This is R2. It's a very smaller thing which you can just observe. This is R2. Okay, and this is angle I2. Clear? So this is the general thing. I will just make all the diagram in a enlarged form also, so that you can not have any sort of confusion. This is incident ray and emergent ray. When we have the angle between them, we get the angular deviation like this. Okay, this is the general nomenclature, and I am removing all the terms, extra terms. Only angles will be left. We have not to disturb the angles like this. Now let us take some enlarged format of this. We have a quadrilateral like this. This is A, P, Q, and this is O. This angle is angle A. How much is this angle? You know, this is your when we have to have this calculation. Let us take this is angle. Okay. Now we have another two things. This is your point, say M. Point M, angle of deviation. This is P, this is Q, and this angle, whole of this angle is how much? Let us take the whole of this angle is I1, whole of this angle is I1, and this is your I2, therefore whole of this angle will be I2. फिर ये I1 I2 हो गया. ये I1 क्यों? क्योंकि ये वर्टिकल ऑपोजिट है. दिस एंगल एंड दिस एंगल दे आर इक्वल. I1 I2. Similarly, we can have this triangle. This triangle. This is your R1. This is your R2. R1 plus R2. and this is your triangle O. Sorry, PQ, and this is your O. Okay, we are taking this smaller triangle. We are taking this triangle MPQ, MPQ, and also we are taken APOQ, APOQ. Okay. Now you can see this is both are 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Why? Because this is normal. This is also normal. Angle APO is 90 and AQ is also 90 degree. This is how we have the three different diagrams from the diagram itself, and then we will take one by one all the diagrams together. We will take. I think it is better to take. This is angle I2. This is angle I1, and this is R1 and R2. Nowhere you can see I1, yes, I1, I2 is already over here, they are given. I am taking in triangle MPQ. What we have, sum of interior angle must be equal to the exterior angle. Therefore, delta equal to I1 plus I2. This is equation number 1. This is your equation number 1. Once I make one equation, then I will remove this because original diagram I have not removed. Okay. Now let us take this triangle PQO in triangle PQO. What happened? You can just observe that angle POQ equal to phi minus R1 plus R2. This is your equation number 2. This is pi means 180 degree. Okay, ये triangle के तीनों का sum 180 होगा तो this angle will be POQ equal to pi minus R1 plus R2. तो इसको भी आपने कहा दिया. Now we are let this quadrilateral. You can see if the sum of two opposite angles is 180 degree, then it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Quadrilateral AEOQ is a cyclic quadrilateral. And therefore we have angle POQ must be equal to pi minus A. A is the angle of prism. Always remember the top angle is considered to be angle of prism. Okay, this one, and this is your equation number 3. Now we can even remove this diagram. ये तीन अलग अलग इसी का छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स लेके उसको एनलार्ज करके हमने तीन इक्वेशन निकाला. फर्स्ट इक्वेशन इज इक्वेशन नंबर 1, डेल्टा इक्वल टू I1 प्लस I2. सेकेंड इक्वेशन इक्वल टू POQ equal to this much, and third one is POQ equal to pi minus this. Both are equal, and from equation 2 and 3. From equation 2 and 3, from equations 2 and 3, what we have? We have R1 minus R1 plus R2 equal to A. Why? Because this is pi minus R1 R2, this is pi minus A. Therefore, A and R1 R2 they will be equal. This is your equation number 4. This is your equation number 4. Now we have so many equations. We have to remove all the equations, 3, equation number 2, etc. But we will not remove equation number 1 and 4. 1 एंड 4 को रिमूव नहीं करेंगे। अब देखिए 1 और 4 को रिमूव क्यों नहीं करेंगे, उसका रीजन है क्योंकि अब हमको इनको और इन दोनों को यूज करना है बेसिकली। वी हैव टू बेसिकली यूज ओनली दीज टू इक्वेशंस। हाउ टू यूज दीज टू इक्वेशंस? वेरी सिंपल। For the minimum angular deviation, here the angular incidence and angular emergence I1, I2 they are equal. I1 equal to I2 equal to I. Similarly, angular refraction at this point and angular refraction at this point they will also be equal. R1 equal to R2 equal to R. These two things are there, and we write delta as delta minimum. We write delta as delta minimum. Okay. After writing all such steps, what is needed over here? जो क्या चीज इसमें जरूरत पड़ेगा उसको हम लोग देखते हैं. We are using now this space. From this we can see delta m is 2I. That means I equals to delta m okay PQR delta m equal to, sorry, this is not that delta m. Whenever we call this triangle, I have to take this triangle again. I have to take this triangle again. Remember, this is not actually I1 I2, I1 minus this one. This angle is actually I1 minus R1, and this is your I2 minus R2, and this is delta. Let us revisit this triangle your MPQ. We have during our previous thing we have actually considered this entire I1. No, this one will be entirely I1, but not this one. This, when we have this smaller part, this will be definitely be I1 minus R1. तो I1 minus R1 यहाँ पे I2 minus R2 होगा. तो equation 1 जो निकला है, that will be some modification. We must have delta equal to I1 plus I2 minus R1 plus R2 like this. And for minimum condition, minimum condition वगैरह ठीक है, but equation number 1 has to be in fact modified, and this is your actual equation number 1. And from putting the conditions of minimum angular deviation, what we have, delta m equals to I1 equal to I2 means I1 equal to I2 means 2I1, 2I, and R1 and R2 are equal. That means we have minus 2R, general things. And in another format, what we have also seen this R1 plus R2 equal to A. That means 2R equal to, this is your equation number say 5. This is equal to, from equation 4, what we have, what we need, that is your R1 plus R2 equal to A means 2R. This it is equal to 2R equal to A. R पे लिखा जा सकते A by 2. A by 2. So equation 5 becomes R equal to A by 2, the equation number 6, and when we put here, the delta m equal to 2I minus A. 2 into R means A. Therefore, I comes out to be delta n plus A by 2. This is your equation number 7. This is your equation number 7. So you have seen what we have taken. That is I equal to delta n plus A by 2. This is your equation at the angle of incidence, and angular refraction is R equal to A by 2. After having these two equations 6 and 7, then I am just removing all the diagram right now, all the calculations, including the main diagram. What we need, sin I n equal to sin I upon sin R from Snell's law. And n equal to I sin I delta n plus A divided by 2 and R means sin A by 2. This is the direct formula for refraction through a prism. Always remember, whenever we have to have this formulation, then keep one thing in mind. I am just repeating because in that calculation term, we have overlooked one thing, that angle of incidence ये आएगा. तो ये एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस है, तो ये भी एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस होगा. ये भी एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस होगा. And this is refracted ray because this angle is different. Remember, this angle is your I1 minus R1. Similarly, this angle is your I2 minus R2. That was initially confused with the different formation. इससे मैं कुछ अलग लिख दिया था, हम लोगों ने लिख दिया था जल्दी में कि this angle is your I1, this angle is I2. No, it's not like that. But this angle is your I1 minus R1. ये पूरा जो एंगल है, ये एंगुलर इमर्जेंस है. ठीक है, तो एंगुलर इमर्जेंस को से इतना माइनस कर देंगे, ये R2 माइनस कर देंगे I2. So this is your this angle, and in that way you have determined the prism formula, and we have seen the prism, how we get the calculation for prism formula. In the same way, suppose we have seen this is the case if we have two prism, one is this one, other we have like this, and we have another prism like this, and it is placed inverted. Then this will be the emergent ray like that. ठीक है, तो एक इंसिडेंट रे, एक this is the prism 1 and this is prism 2. We can see the diagram will like this, and this is incident ray for this prism, and this is refracted ray in this prism. Now it will be emergent ray. This will be incident ray for second prism, and this will be the final emergent ray. You can see this incident ray and final emergent ray are parallel. That means if we just try to extend this time, they will always have a lateral displacement. Lateral displacement to prism are taken together. Then the refraction will be similar to that of a slab, just like a glass slab it will behave. ठीक है, जैसे मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ, ये एक प्रिज्म है और दूसरा प्रिज्म ये है। इसको आपने ऐसे सीधा रखा है, तो दूसरे को आप ऐसे रख दिया तो उल्टा हो गया। तो अब ये जो बन गया, इट इज जस्ट लाइक अ ग्लास स्लैब। तो यहाँ पे अगर इंसिडेंट रे यहाँ पे आएगा तो इंसिडेंट रे और इमर्जेंट रे जो यहाँ से निकलेगा, दे विल बी म्यूचुअली पैरेलल टू ईच अदर विद सम लेटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट। लेटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट उसमें जरूर होगा, वो जानना आपको बहुत ही आपके लिए जरूरी है। ठीक है, तो आफ्टर नोइंग दिस वी हैव टू नो व्हाट इज डिस्पर्जन ऑफ लाइट। Dispersion of light. You can see that we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is white light, and this is what we have the Vibgyor. That means some may have the maximum displacement, some may have minimum displacement, and the violet color may have maximum displacement, maximum deviation, not displacement rather. Therefore, this is your violet. This is violet, this is indigo, this is blue, this is green, yellow and red. Then what is dispersion of light? When a white light is allowed to pass through a prism, then it splits up into 7 constituent colors. It splits up into 7 constituent colors, and that phenomena of light is called dispersion of light. I am again repeating, when a beam of white light is allowed to pass through a prism, then it splits up into 7 colors. When a beam of when a beam of white light is allowed to pass through a prism, then it splits up into 7 constituent color. Constituent जगह नहीं था, नहीं लिख पाए, but it is 7 constituent colors, and these are the violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Always remember, violet has the maximum angular deviation, much bigger than that of red, and red has the minimum angular deviation. This is a very important thing to note. Violet has the maximum angular deviation and this has the minimum angle of deviation. ठीक है, ये एक जनरल हो जाएगा, दिस इज एंगल ए, एंड वी हैव नॉट टू नो हाउ टू डिराइव दिस, हाउ टू डिराइव अ फॉर्मूला रिलेटेड टू दिस। तो उसको हम लोग कह देंगे कि दैट वी कॉल इट डिस्पर्सिव पावर। डिस्पर्सिव पावर delta V minus delta R upon delta Y minus 1. This is the formula. Although we have not to derive this formula, but we must know this is what we have, the dispersion of light. So how it actually take place. For that, suppose we are having a source of white light like this, You can see that this can give you the white light, and whenever it is placed at one of its side, from other side if you look, then you can see some color patches are often which we call as spectrum, and that type of spectrum is very easily observed whenever you just see it in the sun or anywhere else. Then or any object is seen through this prism where the background is white light or sunlight, then you can see this color band is always obtained. This is the practical thing of dispersion of light, and you can see that this can even obtain from this, but this is not possible to produce that thing. But there is at least some sort of colored band type things. All the colors there are appeared here. You can see I am taking the white background. Some color bands are obtained, but at particular angle it could point out. Anyway, that is not possible to produce, but very carefully watching the board, you can see such type of thing could occur, that could take place. Okay. Now this is how we actually discuss the dispersion of light. Remember when we discuss the basic things about the prism formula, please make sure that all the three triangles, two triangles, and other points like the quadrilateral, cyclic quadrilateral has to be drawn properly, and their geometry were taken properly by intention or by intentionally I have made deliberately something wrong in first step. जो मैं आपके साथ जो साइकोलॉजी होता है जो आप लोग गलत कर सकते हो वो चीज़ मैंने जानबूझ के किया कि ट्रायंगल में I1 I2 लिख दिया, लेकिन फिर आपको समझाया कि नहीं I1 I2 नहीं होगा बल्कि क्या हो जाएगा, पहले वाला एंगल जो ट्रायंगल था उसमें I1 - R1 होगा, दूसरे वाले में I2 - R2 होगा, फिर मैंने इसको रेक्टिफाई किया इक्वेशन नंबर 1 को। रिमेंबर जानबूझ के मैंने इसलिए किया सो दैट यू कैन नो व्हाट आर द कॉमन मिस्टेक डन बाय यू. When you practice, then you will not repeat that mistake. And I think you have understood what is that concept. And next time we will definitely take the new thing about this, that is optical instruments. Okay, with that we have completed today's lecture. Thank you.